Okay, any question
Okay.
from previous session, Juansi?
No, no, no. Not big question. I think it was very clear.
Our last topic was virtual link, I think, right?
Yes.
Virtual link, network type. Now let's talk about let's talk about OSP of spatial area concept. OSP of spatial area. This is called OSP of stub area, total stub area, NSSA area, and total NSSA area. Wait, I'm creating a design.
Okay.
So our topic is OSP of stub area, total stub area, NSSA area, and total NSSA area. So these are some OSP of spatial area concept. Let's talk about scenario where we need these type of spatial areas. Okay, so I have R1, R2, R3, R4. Okay, I have a simple design. Into this design, I'm using two area. I have two area 0 and area 10. So R1, R2, and R3. R3. These routers I'm using in area 0. So these routers, these devices, I'm using in area 0. And R3 and R4, I'm using in area 10. Area 0. This is what area 10. And this one I'm using as a area 0. Area 0. IP address configuration 10.1.3.0. Let's advertise first, UNC, okay? Let's advertise
Okay.
our routers in OSPF area first. 10.1.23.0/24. 10.1.34.0/24. I'm creating some loopback interfaces, for example, 3.3.0.1, 3.3.1.1, 2.1, 3.1, 3.1/24. Approx eight loopbacks we have, 3.3.7.1/24. Loopback interface. Now I'm creating some loopback on R4, 4.4.0.1, 1.1, 2.1, 4.4.3.1, and so on, 4.4.7.1/24. And I have loopback 192, 168, 40.1/24. Now let's advertise our interfaces in OSP of area. Wait. Okay, let's just start our configuration now with R1 router. Interface fast Ethernet 0/0. 10.1.12.1 mask. Now shut down router OSPF process ID. 10.1.12.0 area 10. Now let's go to R2 router. R2 interface fast Ethernet 0/0. 10.1.12.2 mask no shut down 0/1. 10.1.23.1 mask no shutdown router OSPF process ID mask area 10. Now network 10.1.23.0 wildcard mask area 10. Let's go to R3, and on R3, yes, we have two physical interface.
Why? Mm.
Physical interface 10.1.23.2 no shutdown 0/0. 10.1.34.1 mask no shutdown. Now loopback interface. Loopback interface. Interface loopback 0. 3.3.0.1 mask copy.
But this one different look back. Okay. I
Yes,
was thinking about summarization
yes.
of look back interfaces. Look back
Good.
IP.
Loop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3.3.1.1, 2.1, 3.1, 4.1, 5.1, 6.1, and 7.1. Now, wait, copy. Now, it's it. Interface loopback 10. IP address 192.168.30.30.1 mask. Now show IP interface. Now let's advertise our network router OSPF process ID 10.1.10.1.23.0 wildcard mask area 10. 10.1.34.0 wildcard mask area 0. Loopback I'm trying to advertise in area 0. So I'm trying to advertise in a single line area 0. Now network 192.168.30.0. I'm trying to advertise in area. Okay, let's advertise this network in any other protocol. For example, router ARGRP 10. Okay, wait. We will use this protocol in R4. Let's advertise this network 192.168.30.0 wildcard mask in area 0. Now let's go to R4. R4 router. Interface fast Ethernet 0/0 34.2 mask no shutdown. Now let's create some loopback interface, and Notepad can help you. 3.3 You can change with 4.4, copy, and you can paste here, interface, loopback, and 192.168.40.1, mask, show IP interface, brief. Now router, OSPF, process ID, 10.1.34 network. I'm trying to advertise in area 0, you can see, okay?
Okay.
And one more network, 192.168. 40 dot network, I'm trying to advertise in area 0. Now, these loopbacks, router, yeah, GRP10, these loopback 4.4.0.0, I'm trying to advertise in ARGRP protocol, no auto summary. We need to redistribute. So redistribute ARGRP10, submit. Now we can, now we can,
No.
now we can check
So,
on R2.
so here,
Yes.
it's a
4.4.4
back.
loopback I'm using in ARGRP. Okay, loopbacks I'm using in here. Yes, yes, GNC. Any question here?
I don't see in the topology 192.168.30.
40, yeah, okay. 30.0 network we have here on R3, and on R4 we have 40.0 network.
Okay.
Okay. So
And secondly,
Mhm.
when you configure the AJRP, you start by OSPF. I did not understand.
Let me show you.
On R4.
Okay, let me show you. Only these two networks, 34 network and this
Okay.
loopback network. Okay, I advertised in OSPF area 0. Okay.
Okay.
But these loopbacks I'm using in AIGRP protocol. And this EIGRP protocol, see, EIGRP protocol. And this EIGRP protocol, I'm trying to redistribute in OSPF. That's why I used this command, OSPF, router OSPF 5, then redistribute EIGRP, submit. Remember this command, redistribution command?
Yeah.
Simple concept.
Redistribution.
Simple
Yeah,
concept.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Now
Okay,
let's
I get you.
now
But
let's yeah.
the wildcard mask of this loopback uh, address, this one, yeah.
I'm trying to advertise this 8 loopback networks in a single line. So I
Okay.
matched 2 octet.
Okay.
What is
Okay.
255 means? I don't care here.
Okay.
I
I
advertise,
get your
if you
point.
remember our root summarization concept.
Yes.
Okay, I advertise in a single line, 8 loopback interfaces. Clear now?
Yes, it's clear now. Okay.
Let's go to the slide now. Wait, this is STP. Okay, so this is our topic. You can see stub area,
Okay.
total stub area, NSSA, and total NSSA, not so stub area. Let's talk about stub area and total stub area. So stub area, OSPF stub area allow the routers in the area to use default route for forwarding packet to ABR. My point is, if I want to see, if I'm checking my routing table on R2, let's go to R2. if I'm trying to verify route information, so I'm getting each network information in a separate line, right? Each
Okay.
and OSPF is not using auto summarization. Okay. We,
Yes.
we need to configure manual summarization here.
Okay.
For example, okay, here we have contiguous network. So we can go with the manual summarization, no problem. We know how to summarize our network in OSPF, right? Do you see?
Yeah.
But let's take
Yes.
example. But let's take example. These are not contiguous network. These are networks like, for example, 192.168.10.0 network, 172.16.10.10, 144.50.10.0 network. We have a network like this. So can we summarize these networks? If I'm getting 100 network information and this is not contiguous network, can I summarize? Is it possible? No, right? If you talk
Yeah.
about root summarization, you can only summarize contiguous network, right? You can only summarize your contiguous network. Contiguous network. You
Mm.
will see. Clear my point?
Yes.
You can
Yeah.
only summarize your contiguous network. And here my point is what? This R2 is receiving a lots of root information. Okay, I'm not talking about these are contiguous network. I'm not talking about these are contiguous network. No, we are receiving this R2 is receiving root information, a lots of network information, OIA roots, something, OE2 roots, OIA roots.
Mm.
This R2 receiving lots of root information. Now, in case, if I'm trying to send, give me 2 minutes, Nancy. Nancy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, Juvency, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Now,
hear.
so the point is this R2 is not receiving contiguous network. And my point is only roots. R2 is receiving a lots of root information. So in case if I want to minimize, if I want to minimize the size of the routing table, if I want to minimize the size of the routing table, for example, R3 has approx 150 networks. R4 has approx 100 OIA routes and 50 OE2 routes. This R3 has 150 OIA routes. My point is, in case if I want to minimize the size of the routing table, then yes, I can go with route summarization, right, Juvency?
Yes.
But route summarization you can use when you have contiguous network. And I'm telling you, I don't have contiguous network. I have only routes. Clear now my point?
Yes, it's
I
clear.
have I have routes only. Yes, in our design, I'm using continuous network, okay, but I'm not talking about summarization here. No, I'm not talking about summarization. So in case if you want to minimize the size of the routing table, okay, for example, 150 routes, 100 routes, and 50 routes, approx 300 networks. So 300 networks information I want to send into this area in a single line, in a single line. 300 network information I want to send to this area in a single line. Then I can go with OSPF stub area concept. I can use this area as a stub area. Clear my point? In
Okay.
stub area, you can minimize the size of the routing table.
Oh,
Routing table. Clear now my point?
yes.
You can minimize the size of the routing table. So now what I'm doing, you can go to, and remember always, you cannot use area 0 as a stub area. You can use any other area as a stub area. Area 0 cannot be stub area. You need to know this rule. Area 0 cannot be stub area. If there is any virtual link, you cannot use stub area. If there is any ASBR router into the area, ASBR router any in area, you cannot use as a stub router, stub area. So 3 points you need to consider. Okay, first, area 0 cannot be stub area. Area is
Okay.
having virtual link cannot be stub area. And area is having ASBR router cannot be stub area. So I don't have any ASBR router into this area 10. I have R1, R2, R3. I don't have any ASBR router, right?
Yes.
You will see. So what I'm doing, as per my task, as per my task, area, area 10, I'm using as a stub area. So you can go to R1 router. Into this area, we have three routers, R1, R2, R3. So you can go to each router into this area and you can use this command, router OSPF process ID. And what is command? Area. And what is area number? 10. And
10.
stop. Done. Done. If you go and check on R2, if you go and check on, if you go on R2, let's go to the OSPF protocol, router OSPF process ID, area 10, stub. You can go to R3. On R3, we have two area 0, area 10. So router OSPF process ID, area 10, stub.
Okay.
Done. Let's go to R2 this time. Let's go to R2 this time. R2. And if I'm trying to verify my routing table, show IP route OSPF, this time you can see external route. Now it's called single entry. Remember this
Mm.
4.4.4 network?
Yes.
So if you use this area as a stub area, this area as a stub area, so you can see all external route from different area minimized in a single line. So now,
Oh,
if now, in case if I am R2 administrator, if I am an administrator of area 10, I am administrator of area 10 only. And if I am using show IP route OSPF command on R2, I am receiving some route information with this entry, into this entry, what you have? OSPF external route. I don't know. I'm a R2 administrator. I'm receiving a single line entry. OSPF default route, you can say. But I'm telling you into this single entry, what you have? 4.4.4.4 network. So now if you want to check, no problem. You can check, you can ping 4.4.1.1. You are getting reply. See,
yeah.
ping, for example, 4.4.2. So into the single entry, what you have? All external route. So you can minimize the size of the routing table. All OSPF external route, you can minimize in a single line and then send to the stub area. But this is stub
Mm.
area. I want to minimize all the routes. This is only OE2 routes. I want to minimize all OE2, OE2, OIA routes. Then I can go with ABR router only. This R3 is a ABR router. And here I will remove this command. And on ABR router, I will use this command area 10 stub. Area 10 stub and what? No summary. No summary.
Okay.
With this command, you are using this complete area 10 as a total stub area. Total stub area. Now, in case if you go and check your routing table this time, you have a routing table this time, you have a single entry.
Wow.
Yes. You have a single entry. You are a R2 administrator. You are administrator for this area, but you don't know what routes are coming. Okay.
Okay.
So now, yes, into the single entry, what you have, if you're trying to ping 3.3.1.1, yes, you have 4.4.4.1.1. Yes, you have.
Okay.
Clear? This is
But
called
for
what?
this one, you need, by example, you are the newcomer administrator of R2. Then you don't have the design, but on this single route or yes, single route OSPF external route
Mhm.
default as we can call him default route.
You can send to
How
an stub area. Now, for area 10 routers, they have single entry. For example, this is your one of your branch office, okay?
yeah,
And you don't want to tell, you don't want to show all route information to this stub area routers. You don't want to show all the routes. In that case, you can use this area as a stub area. So whenever they are trying to check routing table information, R1, R2, R3, they are trying to check routing table information, they will get a single line entry and they don't know what information they have into this single line entry.
but if you found that case, and then you want to know which IP is behind.
See,
How to?
my point is what? You have multiple LAN computers here, okay?
Yes,
They want to access google.com, network, internet traffic, everything. So this router has a OSP of single line entry, right?
okay,
You as a main administrator, you are a main administrator of your network, your company. You are saying you can access, don't worry about it. Okay, R2
okay,
and R2 administrator told you that I have a single entry. It will work? Now you can say, yes, I'm sending OSP of default route, and into this route you have all the network entry. And don't worry about it, okay? What networks you have, you can access. You can access.
okay,
So this
okay,
this area routers cannot verify how many networks they have into the single entry. Okay, they
okay,
have a connectivity. They can reach the destination. Clear now?
okay, okay.
This is called what?
If I understand, I give you default IP 00/0, and the next up where you are going out,
Yes.
right?
This is your R3 router. On R3, you are using total stub command, area 10 stub, no summary.
Okay, clear now.
Clear now?
Yes, clear.
Now, this is what? Stub area. Now we can go with total stub and total stub. Now we can go with NSSA, not so stubby area. So what is not so stubby area? Wait, let me remove this stub area concept from all the routers. I am not using stub router. I'm not using stub router. Let's go to R3. No router OSPF. Router OSPF. Let's advertise our network 10.1.23.0 wildcard mask area 10 34.0 wildcard mask area 0 30.0 wildcard mask area 0. Let's check our routing table this time. So I'm not using any stub area concept. You can check your router. You are receiving all the network information. Please wait. What about R3? 30 network. Oh, need loopback network. Give it. 3.3.0.0 wildcard mask area 0. Let's check now on R2. So I'm receiving all the network in a separate line. Do you see? Clear now?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
now I want to use as stub area. But the problem is I want to use area 10 as a stub area. But the problem is I have one ASPR router here.
Mm.
There is one. Okay, wait. 1.1.0.1, 2.1/24, and so on. 1.1.7.1/24. So what I'm doing, I'm going to R1 router. Let's create some loopback interface here. Okay, let's change.
Mm.
10.1. No, these loopbacks I will
Yes.
advertise in PHERP protocol. Router PHERP 10, 1.1.0.0. No auto summary, and this EIGRP protocol I'm trying to advertise in OSP. You can see, clear my point?
Yeah.
Now let's go to R2 router. And if I'm trying to check my routing table, yes, I'm receiving route information from R1, OE2, from R2, from R3, from R4. Yes, this
Yeah.
router is receiving all the routes information as per design. These net
Mm.
these networks I'm using EIGRP protocol. Now, my point is I want to use area 10 as a stub area. But I told you the rule. Our area is having ASBR router cannot be stub area, right?
Yes.
I told you the rule. So if I'm
Yeah.
trying, for example, if I'm trying, what will happen? I want to use this area 10 as a stub area. So router OSPF process ID area 10 stub. Let's go to R2. If you remember this command, area 10 stub.
Mm.
Let's go to R3. Router OSPF process ID area 10 stub no summary. Total stub area. Now let's go to R1. We are getting a message here on R1. Can you read this message?
SPF for SBR without valid area. Router is currently a SBR while having only one area which is tab area. Okay.
So now into this area we have stub router. That's why we are getting this message. Okay. And now
Okay.
we are using this area as a stub area. Then what will happen? Now let's check. Now let's check what will happen. If I'm checking my routing table, yes, I have a single entry, right?
Yes.
Yes, I have single entry. But into this entry, 1.1 information is not available. Let me check. 3.3.1.1, you can ping. 4.4.1.1, you can ping. 1.1.1.1, you cannot ping. See,
Okay. Okay.
this is the issue. If you are using this area as a stub area, and into this area, if you have ASBR router, This is the issue. This external routes, this external route is not available into this area. No.
mm,
So that's why into this design, that's why we cannot go with the stub area concept. Into this design, we can go with NSSA concept, not so stub area. Okay, so let's remove this. Wait. R1, I'm not using stub. On R3, I'm not using stub command. Let's go to R2. Let me take a break for 5 minutes, QNC, then we can continue.
no problem.
11:15 is 15 on my side.
It's all, yeah, it's almost in 15 minutes. It means it will remain in 10 minutes only.
Yes, we can finish in 10 minutes. Okay,
Okay. No problem.
let's wait for 5 minutes only. Let's take a break.
Mm.
Salon du développement des villes, des corridors et des zones économiques spéciales. L'expo béton met-il en avant des solutions innovantes pour le développement des infrastructures en RDC. Nous voulons réveiller des esprits pour une planification de tous les éléments essentiels à la vie de tous les jours dans une ville. Il nous manque cette planification autour des corridors qui englobe aussi les cités rurales et les cités urbaines. Comment cette initiative s'inscrit-elle dans le développement des infrastructures en RDC? Ça ne passe que par la modernisation des infrastructures qui sont à la charge du gouvernement. Si Kinshasa ne fait pas ses voiries, Kinshasa doit ressembler à ces villes du Moyen Âge. Jean Bawanissa, invité des ITW.
Hello, Juancy, can you hear me? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, now. So let's verify our routing table again. This time, show IP route OSPF. So I'm receiving, okay, wait, I'm already receiving external route. What about R3? Let me check. Let me check. Clear IP OSPF process. Let me reset this R2 and R3. Clear IP OSPF process. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Okay, no problem. Let's delete OSPF protocol here. And I'm trying to advertise network again. Okay, give me 2 minutes. 10.1.23.0 wildcard mask area 10. 10.1.34.0 wildcard mask area 0. 3.3. Loopback. I'm trying to advertise in area 0. And network 192.168.30.0 into area 0. Let's go to our do routers and we can check our routing table again. What happened? Why I'm not receiving? Node area 10 stub. Why it's taking time? Show IP plus field neighbor. With 30.1. Now I'm receiving, okay? You will see it's taking time, okay?
Yes.
Now I'm
Yeah.
receiving. Okay, so now I want to use this area as a stub area, but into this area I have one SBR router. So I cannot go with stub area concept. Into this design, into this scenario, we can go with next concept is called NSSA area, not so stub area. So for not so stub area, you can go to R1 router. You can go to OSPF protocol, router OSPF process ID, area 10. And what? NSSA. Done. Let's go to R2, router OSPF process idea, process ID, area 10, NSSA. And here we can go with on R3, area 10, NSSA. If you press enter, you are using NSSA area. If you are looking for total NSSA area, so on ABR router, this R3 is an ABR router. On ABR router, you can use area 10 NSSA, default information originate on ABR router
Okay.
for total stuff. Now this time, if you go and check on R2, this time, if you go and check a routing table, so you can see, okay, wait. You can see now external route. External route is summarized now. You can see
Yes.
external route. So external route summarized, and now I have ASPR entry here. And now this entry has a new code, new flag is called what? ON2. See? ON2.
One, two.
So
Yeah.
in an area, in any area, if you are receiving some route information with this code ON2, it means you are working in NSSA area. Okay? It means you are working in a NSSA area. If you are receiving some route information with ON2, you are working in a NSSA area. Clear my point?
Yes.
This is our topic. This is what our topic. Stub area, total stub, NSSA, and total NSSA. And this is our topic. Now we can focus on OSPF LSA type. OSPF LSA type. And these are important points you need to discuss LSA type, because if you go with OSPF intro, you can get the question, please explain LSAs. So these are our topic. We'll discuss. Okay, Juvency, Wednesday and Thursday, I'm not available, okay? Tomorrow
Okay.
and Thursday, I'm not available, okay? We will
Okay.
discuss our session on 25. 25 is a Friday. There is no session, but I will take the session on Friday. Okay, dear?
No problem. It's clear.
So Wednesday and Thursday, I'm not available. We will continue our session on 25 Friday. Okay?
25. Okay.
Bye, dear. Take
Okay.
care.
I have one question.
Yes, sure, sure.
For the second payment, I will pay the end of next month. Is that one?
Okay, your rest fee.
Yes, my
You're talking
rest.
about this fee.